What's going on? Low Gangster! What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, Django. And today, we're coming at you with a new mic. Just bought it. Got it with 1 day free shipping. I've never had Amazon 1 day shipping, so I kind of had to take the opportunity. And I had a $100 Amazon gift card from Christmas, so I was like, fuck it, why not, right? It's better than recording with my phone audio. Either way, today I'm going to be talking about a trend I've been seeing a lot more recently, but never really paid attention to it prior to now. Ending explained videos. These are videos that I've always seen in my YouTube, but I've never really bothered watching, and this partly does into the reason as to why I'm making this video. Now, before I start, I just want to clarify that film is a subjective field. This means that you can interpret a movie ending one way while I can interpret it a completely different way, and neither of us will be wrong. We can dispute each other over our own interpretations and we can talk about it, but nowhere am I allowed to tell you you're wrong, and nowhere are you allowed to tell me I'm wrong. You know, we all make our own things the way we make them. With that being said, as time goes on, movies are now becoming more increasingly artistic and cryptic, and they leave all these hints behind, and as a matter of fact, they usually end up leaving the ending to the interpretation of the viewer. However, with cryptic and vague movies, there's a bigger number of clear-cut ending movies that don't leave it to the viewer. Movies like the Marvel movies, some of the most recent blockbuster horror films, comedy movies, and a plethora of other genres. Now, while we can dispute each other's interpretations, I don't appreciate being patronized and having a movie ending explained to me. The biggest culprit of this trend is a YouTube channel by the name of Found Flicks. And when you watch these videos, the endings aren't even actually explained. Rather, you're getting a basic summary of the entire movie. Even with movies that have super cryptic endings, these videos just result in basically a Wikipedia summary. When you hear ending explained, you typically assume that you're going to have the ending explained to you. Usually because the movie has a cryptic or vague ending and you're not a film major, so you don't have the time or knowledge to put into trying to interpret a movie ending. But you also assume that there was an underlying message that you did end up missing. Or maybe the movie ending just wasn't as clear as Infinity War or Searching. Today, we're going to be looking at two examples of these ending explained videos. One of a movie with a clear-cut ending and another movie with a very vague and cryptic ending by all meanings of the definition. Disclaimer: there will be spoilers for the movies talked about. Turn away now if you have not seen either 10 Cloverfield Lane or Mandy.
Children behave. That's what they say when we...
Now, the first movie we're going to be talking about is 10 Cloverfield Lane. This movie holds a special place on my heart, seeing as it was the first one to surprise me in a long time, during a period when movies were mostly predictable and had no element of surprise. So I definitely had hoped that Found Flicks was going to do the movie justice and actually explain some things. Obviously, I wasn't expecting them to explain the ending, considering the movie ending was extremely clear cut, but I had hoped that they were going to at least do the movie justice. However, that's not what happens. Like previously mentioned, what we get is some bullshit, overextended, glorified Wikipedia summary. God, I really wasted my time watching this shit twice. So here we start with a funny little skit imitating the way 10 Cloverfield Lane begins.
The manhunt continues for
Hi,
that
honey.
boy. The crazy
Hate
dog
to
killed
do this
Mandy
over the phone,
last
but
year, causing a ruckus in the
I'm leaving
English
you.
countryside.
Yeah, I know we were supposed to get married and stuff, but every time things get difficult, I panic and run. I don't know, call it a character flaw. Aliens? I gotta go.
Get into your alien-proof bunkers as soon as possible.
But what if we don't have an alien-proof bunker?
Well, then I guess you're pretty much fucked.
The pantry! It has snacks!
I can't really be too critical of this, even though I could fucking go in on it, since it is a skit and it's meant to be comedic, not accurate to the actual introduction of the movie itself. Then we have this schmuck proceeding to tell us that in order to explain everything to us, he's going to have to tell us the story of the movie. forewarning us with very massive spoilers. No fucking shit! You're not explaining anything! You're telling us what happens in the fucking movie! So finally, after "please donate to our site to keep us running" finishes explaining the entire fucking movie, he then goes on to barely explain the ending. He talks about how Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character had been running from all her troubles the entire movie, but at the end makes her final decision because she wants to stop running from the problem.
On the radio, we hear that Baton Rouge is a safe zone, but Houston needs help. Michelle finds herself at a literal crossroads and stops, considering. She decides to fight, heading to Houston. As she drives away towards distant city lights, lightning in the sky reveals an even bigger ship. So, like I started off saying, Michelle's main issue was her inability to deal with situations and running away, rather than heading them straight on. Now, when presented with potential safety, she chooses to go right into the fray. This shows that the experience has changed who she is fundamentally, and is now self-confident enough to make the difficult decision to not run away.
That's literally all he says about the ending of the movie. But wait a second. Why the fuck are there still 2.5 minutes left of the video? He then goes on to explain how 10 Cloverfield Lane could potentially be connected to the 2008 Cloverfield film, talking about the semi-ARG that took place before the movie's release, the change in movie titles during pre-production, and all this other fan theory bullshit. Yet he doesn't fucking explain the ending of the fucking movie!
Children behave. That's what they say when we...
Now, Mandy. If you guys haven't seen Mandy, I highly suggest you watch it. Absolutely fantastic movie. Crazy shit goes on in that film. You can watch it on Amazon Video, or you can pick it up at your local Best Buy. We're going to just rewind to the fucking end since you already get the idea. He just fucking summarizes the movie practically shot for shot. You don't even have to buy the movie. You can literally just watch his videos and you know what happens in all these fucking movies. Now, I've seen Mandy myself, and it definitely has one of the most cryptic endings in the film industry of the last 5 years, let alone the entire movie. But guess what? This no-named, long hair, loud man fails to fucking explain any of it. Here, I'll go ahead and play the actual ending for you. That way you can get an idea of what happens if you haven't seen the movie and you don't care about spoilers.
Children behave. That's what they say when we...
Now here's his explanation.
Grabbing him by the sides of the head, Jeremiah is suddenly now extremely scared and starts crying, revealing his true nature as a pathetic weakling. Red gravelly saying he's God now, and squeezes Jeremiah's head until it bursts into blood and gore, eyes popping out gruesomely. With Jeremiah dead, Red sets the temple ablaze and leaves, giving his enemy the same treatment as Mandy, and again takes a moment to process everything that happened, remembering back to moments that he spent with Mandy, and seeing what looks like the moment he first met her, wearing the same 44 jersey that he calls his favorite shirt. And he's back in the car, clean-faced, with Mandy looking lovingly back at him, orange glowing lights crowding the frame. Then snaps back to reality, Red looking completely insane, and Mandy now next to him still glowing. He turns back to the front and Mandy is gone, driving as we pan up to the sky. And based on the 2 planets scene there, we are definitely not on Earth, leaving us with this strange image as the story ends.
You can probably see now why I have an issue with these ending explained videos, and especially from this channel in particular. Like I previously mentioned, I only focused on found flicks because it's the only real perpetrator of the idea of advertising that you're explaining the ending to a movie but then only going on to summarize the movie to the viewers. I'm sure there are others out there, but for now, Found Flicks is the only one that does this. I've seen other ending explained videos from different channels, but they actually explain what the ending means. Like for movies like Mandy or Bandersnatch, the Netflix's Black Mirror movie, which has, I don't even remember how many endings, like 8 endings or some shit like that. And another funny thing, while I was doing research for this video, I was trying to find out what the guy's name is, and I couldn't find anything, but I found the channel trailer for Found Flicks where he proceeds to give the basic rundown to new viewers I thought to myself, maybe he's going to introduce himself and tell us what his name is while introducing the channel. Yeah, no, he doesn't. What's even funnier though is this little tidbit. Check this out.
The most confusing movie and TV endings finally explained. Found flicks.
Are you fucking kidding me?